What's up, guys? It is Kenneth 91619. I am back in Hawken here. Going to be playing the Rocketeer, and this is going to be my quote-unquote guide on how to use the Rocketeer in Hawken. And Rocketeer is it's one of the heavier kind of mechs, so it's your heavy-duty mech. I guess the best scenarios to use Rocketeers for defense or suppression, which is perfect in this mode that I'm playing in right now, which is called Siege. And on top of all that, the Rocketeer is also made more primarily for long range suppression versus close quarters, mostly because this mech has homing missiles, and that doesn't really work from close range. Especially when you're going up against some light mechs that are really fast and maneuverable, you kind of really get screwed over because your mech turns kind of slow compared to them. So that's not going to work. And basically, the Rocketeer is it's a tanker. You can take a bunch of hits from this thing from other mechs. Meanwhile, your teammates could be collecting EU. But what I like to do with my Rocketeer is collect EU because I can hold a crap ton, like 250 energy units. That's anywhere between 50 to 100 more than some other mechs. And you definitely want to play this mech from a distance. You don't want to be right in the action. So for instance, after we collect this EU and we go back to our base and I deliver the EU, as soon as the AA goes up online, you definitely don't want to be right in that circle, just because that is considered close quarters, and this mech is definitely not built for that kind of fighting style. So I'll show you in a second for this particular map what my favorite spot to quote-unquote camp, but I see it more as an active camping, because I'm not just sitting there shooting them in the same spot. I'm moving around, constantly changing my position. I even get pretty close up and personal with some of the enemy mech, just because I get outnumbered. But in this game, I'm actually platooning with a friend of mine, Taster Rainbow, and he's already up at our nice spot where we usually chill at. So I'll be heading over there right now. And I usually load out with my mech. I load out rocket turret. And I believe I have the Mark II. No, I think I just have the Mark I. Which only have one charge. So this is my spot here. I'll go up and down between this entire stretch of like highway, I guess. Shooting any of the enemy mechs that might be on the AA spawn area. But since our team's kind of dominating, I'm gonna move up a bit. I'm gonna push forward to see if I can hit him from right here, and if that's not gonna do it, I'm gonna go even further up. And Taster Rainbow is downstairs. Finally called for backup, so I'm coming in, and he's gonna go around the building now. So we're gonna kind of pinch him right now. We lost him, and then I get confronted by this guy here. Lucky for me, he doesn't have a homing missile, so his rockets just fly in a straight trajectory, and I can easily dodge that. He can dodge my homing missiles simply because he has cover, and my homing missiles aren't going to go floating around that. So he's got that going for him. But I see he's going up the highway, so I'm like, screw it. I'm going to go around and I'm going to flank him. But as you see in a second, this is where I get kind of up close and personal. And I'm running pretty low on fuel too, so that's also not doing me too much justice. So then I'm like, oh, where'd he go? Crap, can't find him. And Taster Rainbow actually started engaging him just now. And I just delivered finishing blow. Boom. Done and done. And the Rocketeer starts off right out of as soon as you buy it, your first weapons would be the Seeker, which is your primary weapon, and it's got a decent amount of damage rating. It's got probably about half. I guess, how do I put this into words? you got your damage rating meter. You know, you got the bar, it's advanced all the way, you got, you know, the most damage possible. And that was a pretty close one there. But you got half damage of what the maximum damage can do, if that makes any sense. Rate of fire is pretty decent, as you can see. My Seeker is pretty fast. It's kind of like a pump shotgun almost, just slightly faster. Accuracy is spot on. And it's got pretty good effective range. Heat generation is kind of bad. It does overheat slightly quickly. But even worse than that are my Seeking missiles. They overheat a lot more. And they're Seeking missiles, but they actually call it Hellfire missiles. And they do a lot more damage simply because there's more missiles than the other one. And the rate of fire is obviously slow. I have to recharge them. This guy gets screwed over. Checking the scoreboard. So far I'm doing really good. And I'm trying to progress my Rocketeer to the point where I can get Prestige Heat Cannon, which is basically like a mid-range cannon. And the only way I can explain it, it's kind of like a what do you call it? What do you call it? Like a plasma ray gun or something like that. It's, you kind of like charge up the weapon and it shoots a beam of light. And I already come with my turret. All I need to do is upgrade it. So I got the Mark 1 and I'm trying to go for my Mark 3. And then an alternative primary you can also get with the Rocketeer is called the EOD repeater. And I believe it's like it shoots out mines or explosives of some sort. And I believe they stick to things, so that's better than normal mines. That, for instance, what's the other mech called? The Grenader. The Grenader shoots just straight up mines that just kind of bounce around and don't really stick to things. But these actually stick, so. So you can see me playing the role of actively gating the EU, since I'm basically have a large reservoir to hold all this energy units, and I didn't do too much communicating with my team, but I should have kind of let them know, like, me and Taste Ramos got the EU. Everyone just kind of sit on AA. Later towards, you know, later in the game, I actually do end up sending them a chat to just kind of sit on AA, because as soon as I get this delivered, we want to be the first ones there. And I'm fairly lucky I didn't actually run into anyone there. But I did get myself in a pickle. I think it's either this game or the next one. Recorded 2 games back to back. But I believe it might have been this one, where I kind of get punked. Not punked. Well, yeah, kind of, you can say punked. It was a 3-1, and it's just, they couldn't kill me. Like, they were just, I'm assuming amateurs, or they couldn't possibly be really good at the game yet, since they didn't know what they were doing. It didn't encourage them to flank me, so all 3 of them were coming at me straight on. Well, that's a little bit later on in the gameplay, so for now I'm actually gonna head. Yeah, I gotta let them know, but I'm gonna head over to the AA and fight inside the circle. And I could have swore I had him there. That's why I just kept going, but I didn't kill him. Or that guy. And I accidentally just launched my, what's it called? They're called detonator. And I believe that's just a Mark 1 too, because I only have 1 charge. Basically, that was like a low velocity projectile. It just shoots in a straight line, doesn't home on anything, and it does some pretty good damage. But it's really hard to actually get a hit with one of those. They got to be kind of close quarters. But basically for you guys watching this video and you've never played Hawken, and you guys kind of want to know how the, I guess, the progressive system works and all that. Best way I can explain it is that you load in, you have like your garage, right? And you have your mech, and your mech has items and internals besides its primary and secondary weapons. So items are kind of like turrets, mines, EMPs, that kind of stuff, repair kits. They're kind of like grenades if you're playing Call of Duty. And then your internals are kind of like perks. Kind of like perks that are actually on your mech. They're obviously internals. If the word applies. So you don't run out of them or anything like that. So you can have a number of different internals, from boosters to what the internal I have is actually repairs me over time, but I have to be, I believe, 20 seconds out of battle, and then I'll slowly progress 25, I guess, hit points. Another cool thing, you can also customize your mechs within your garage. There's a tab that says customize, and you can put different camo, and you can actually change the different modules on the mech, like the arms, the legs, the hatch. Okay, so here's where I get pretty close, and you can see how Rocketeer's just not good at doing close quarters. I was just very lucky to kill him. I didn't have enough time to press my scroll on my mouse, because that's how you home. That's how you home your missiles when you're not in your tank mode, I guess, which is your special ability when you press F. So without that, I need to click the scroll button, and you hear that little clicking noise. It's actually my turret engaging. The turret I dropped earlier. And then on top of that, in your garage, you guys, you have your pilot progression, and every time you finish a match, you progress your pilot. The easiest way I can explain this is kind of like a ranking system. Like if you were to be, rank 50 sergeant or whatever in Call of Duty or Battlefield, and then you prestige and whatnot, but you don't really, you don't prestige in this game, but that's your pilot progression. And what this helps you do is unlock customizations, items, and internals. So like camo skins, different modules for your mech, obviously items and internals that you can use. But there are always going to be some items, internals, customizations that you can only buy with media credits, which is like it's credits you buy with real money, and you can convert it into the in-game credits. So that's where the whole free-to-play comes in. And on top of that, you have your pilot progression, and then besides that, you have your mech progression, which upgrades the rank of your mech. And what that helps do is you can obviously unlock alternative weapons. You can get elite mech body parts, which improve how your mech works in general. I haven't really upgraded any mech parts yet, simply because I'm just trying to unlock my primary weapon. But I'm assuming, I haven't really looked into it too much, I'm assuming it kind of like makes you, that much faster, that much more agile or whatnot. But I'm sure it's just minimal. But given the situation where you're in a fight to your death situation, dodging that one extra millisecond could save your life. So definitely upgrading your mech body parts would be handy. And then you can have elite camos as well, as how you unlock it with the mech progression. So each battle, at the end of the battle, you'll have your, I guess, your scoreboard. You'll upgrade your pilot and your mech progression, just two separate things. And if you happen to max out your mech ranks, what happens is all the XP that overflows, you can transfer them to other mechs, but you'd obviously most likely have to use media credits, which is what I talked about earlier, is what you buy with real money. And that's basically Hawken. It's a very simple game, but there's enough complex. Fuck. I don't remember how to say the word. It's just got like a nice balance. It's not too simple, just not too complicated. but I really enjoy the game, and it might just keep me from buying Titanfall. And I guess very briefly talk about the game modes. You got team deathmatch, co-op bot destructions when you party up and you go destroy bots, or the matchmaking puts you with random people. You got your missile assault, which is you got 3 matches in that, so it's kind of like search and destroy. You know, the one that got the wins 2 out of 3. Then you got siege and deathmatch, which is like a free for all. And I'm playing siege in this gameplay, in both gameplays actually, since there are 2 separate games that I played back to back. And here's where I actually get into a fight with 2 or 3 of them, and I didn't hit anyone to go around the building and kind of flank me. If that would have happened, I totally would have been screwed, but no one really thought about it. And actually, towards the end, I actually go and flank them, but timer rings out, and then game's up. And I forgot what map this is called. I believe it's called Frontline.
Destroyed. Under attack.
And you got the Prosk versus the Centium. Those are the 2 sides. And we win this match, which is pretty good.
Success.
This is one thing I did like about Hawken is it shows the best players, and the last mech to show up on there was actually the top player with the most XP, I suppose. And so you have your pilots and your mech progression, and I'm almost like rank 4 here, and I'm gonna unlock body part for my mech. And I did score the highest KD here, 7 I believe, but I didn't get the most XP, so. But you know, can't have everything, right? I guess the other match wasn't so successful. We ended up losing the match, but it turned out to be a pretty intense fight, because we were winning towards the beginning, and then it switched over to where they started winning, and then we kind of held them off for a bit, but then we kind of lost our edge, since I believe we had 2 or 3 players drop out of the match, and we had matchmaking had to fill in those spots, and that's where they kind of got the upper hand and started winning, and we couldn't recover from that, and we lost the match. But I had a tough time getting kills, because my teammates were not the greatest, and their team was actually very, very good. I would say as good as some people that I platoon with, so it wasn't easy keeping, holding my ground with them, especially when we're trying to take the double A's. You'll see in a couple seconds when we get this going. One of the mechs that are a very formidable enemy for the Rocketeer, I guess that's another thing you guys would need to know, since this is being a Rocketeer guide. You would need to watch out for Reapers and Scouts, and I would say Berserker. Technician not so much, simply because you can kill them pretty quickly, but they are fast. But I'd be most afraid of a Berserker from close range, especially if you don't see him coming. That's the worst thing, because in the time it takes you to turn around to face him, he's already up in the air and behind you in the blink of an eye. And yeah, I actually get taken out by Berserker in this match as well, so you guys get to see how quickly they move and how hard it is to actually kill them. But they do have low health, so they aren't too hard to kill from a distance, since they have nowhere to run except hide behind rocks and stuff. But Berserker's rolling out with a submachine gun cannon. It's got a fairly low damage, but its rate of fire is pretty quick. Accuracy is decent. Effective range is not so bad, but its heat generation is really bad. So that sucker's gonna overheat very quickly. And its Prestige is a point D Vulcan, which is basically like a plasma gun, but it actually, you first start out with a tow rocket, which does really good damage. Rate of fire is kind of slow, but it's just a rocket that fires in a straight line. It doesn't home on anything, so you don't have to worry about too much as long as you can dodge really well. And then I take out this guy trying to go back to base. Just, oh! Go to sleep. Oh no, never mind. I wasn't him. I was some other guy. And the Reaper is pretty deadly. Reaper's holding AMSAR, which is a semi-automatic rifle or semi-automatic like sniper rifle. What else? Secondary is a KE Sabot. It's a mid-range semi-automatic sniper, just like its primary. So it's basically rocking two snipers, which makes it more effective than the sharpshooter, which is an actual like sniper class mech. So the Reaper outclasses the actual sniper. And then those are going to be light mechs. You got some medium mechs, and the ones I would worry about would definitely be the CT recruits, and I think it's just a CT recruit really. Assault Berserker or Assault Bruiser and Predator aren't that hard to kill, and a Sharpshooter's got like no health. I mean, if you run into a Sharpshooter from close range, it's creamed. Even though both of you aren't really built for close range fighting, you definitely have the upper hand with hit points and firepower. But a Sharpshooter can definitely give you a bad day, since if you have low health, a Sharpshooter can definitely just kill you with one shot, which is what I usually do when I'm blowing out my Sharpshooter. And I couldn't finish him off. So I get him. And then one of the deadliest heavy mechs, I would say, would be the Grenadier or Brawler. And then there's one more that, what's it called? It's called Incinerator. It's got like a minigun. It's pretty intense. But I think you can only buy it with media credits, so like basically real money. And you can always actually, buy all the mechs in the shop with real money by purchasing with just media credits, or you can work your way up with rest and save money to buy it with in-game credits. You can buy them either way. So Wallet Warriors can buy every mech in the game basically in a blink of an eye. It's probably gonna cost like $150 to get all the mechs. I didn't do so good this match. We didn't have enough players in the AA, so I had to, I had to do that. I had to play that role because no one was in here. Yeah, I ended up getting kind of screwed. Look at that, outnumbered, hardcore. I get one though. In other news, my phone contract is coming to an end, and I am on like the worst part of shopping for new phones. I narrowed it down to 2 phones, but it's getting to the point where I just don't know if I want to get one or the other or just buy them both. I'm looking at the Sony Xperia Z2 and the Oppo Find 7. I've kind of leaned away from the mainstream, like, what is it, the Samsung Galaxy series. I did on the Galaxy 2 and 3, but they kind of lost their edge as far as performance and, yeah, basically just performance. And I'm kind of got tired of the whole plastic build. I thought at one point or another Samsung would, you know, consider using aluminum or some other form of build, but they're still using plastic. And I'm definitely not an Apple fan, so sorry Apple fans. I despise the Mac and all that stands with their company. But doesn't mean I hate Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is a total badass, but I just don't like their products. And I do not think that the S5, which is the one that's coming out soon, I believe, is going to keep up with the Sony Xperia or the Oppo Find 7. And both have their pros and cons. And I'm trying to decide which pros I want and which cons I, you know, will kind of consider. The Xperia's pros obviously is waterproof and dust resistant, but that's really not really that important. But it has a 20.7 megapixel camera, shoots 4K video. It's built pretty solid. It's got a 5-inch screen, it's full HD, and it has a lot of software support. So on top of having the Android platform, it's got a lot of Sony integrated, I suppose, apps and stuff like that for shooting video and stuff. So it's got a lot of history built into it. So I know my software isn't gonna, you know, be all glitchy versus the Oppo, since Oppo's kind of more of a newer. Oppo's not a new company, but they're venturing into the phone business fairly new. The only other models I know of that they have is the Oppo Find 5 and some other model I can't really remember, but there's 2 models, Find 5 and that other one. But the Oppo Find 7, which is coming out March 19th, or March 19th, they are going to release the final details. There's been rumors going around and leaked photos and all that kind of stuff. And even specs got leaked already, but March 19th is when they officially, you know, I'm assuming they're either going to take sales or pre-orders. And Oppo Find 7 is rumored to have a steel body. There's going to be 2 models. I'm assuming one's going to be a unibody and one's going to be an open phone, basically, so you can take out the back panel and whatnot. And the pros of the Oppo Find 7 is obviously its build quality being steel. That's obviously as good as it gets. It's better than aluminum for sure. It is going to be heavier, but weight for me does not even matter one single bit, because you know, I'm not scrawny or anything. I'm not gonna get tired from holding a phone that weighs like half a pound or whatever, even though it's probably far-fetched, a little too exaggerated. Hey, this guy's just totally getting away from me here. Come on, buddy, die. Just die. And he actually gets away from me. Boom! They got me. It completely sucks being me. I just get creamed. And yeah, the match is almost over. We're at what? No, actually, match is not almost over. Well, there goes my phone rant. I'll let you guys know what phone I get. I'll definitely do like an unboxing and first look and review when I get that phone. And I'm going to be getting the Astros A40 soon. I'm probably going to wait to see if there's an announcement for a new model, like a 2014 model. If any of you guys know if they're going to have one, please let me know in the comments. That way I don't go and buy the 2013 ones. What else would I like to announce? Nothing really. I said the fact I just got my ass whooped right there. Yeah, this is a team-based game. You can't go Call of Duty style here. It's just not gonna work out. Unfortunately, I wish you could though. And what games are coming out soon? Can't think of it. I'm just waiting for Tom Clancy's the Division. That's like the one game I really want to get and play. So when that comes out, you bet I will make a video on that. First night, probably I'm doing probably midnight release. Go get that game. Not, you know, it's PC. I can download it, so I don't have to go out in public and go in a fucking huge line, a bunch of smelly people. So I'm gonna download that and show you guys some gameplay of Tom Clancy's The Division. And with that said, guys, I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay. My voice is kind of, you know, tired of talking. The gameplay was actually very lengthy, and forgive me if I bored you to death. I just wanted to make sure you guys got some helpful information on how to play the Rocketeer in Hawken. And I can say you can play a similar play style with any of the heavy mechs. But some of the other heavy mechs are actually more tailored for close quarter combat. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just not that good close quarters because I don't have enough time to hold my missiles. I barely escaped with my life there. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'll make a Battlefield 4 video coming up soon, and I'm going to leave the frames per second in the corner in the video so you guys can see the kind of frame rates I get running SLI GTX 760s. And I'm going to label the video, you know, Battlefield 4 SLI 760s or whatever. So you guys that are looking to get some video cards and SLI, I definitely recommend 760s or 860s just because they're more affordable than getting, you know, you can get two 760s or 860s for the price of one 780 or 880. So that's a lot to consider, and the performance is definitely a lot better. So if you guys want to go that route, I definitely can show you what kind of performance you get out of it. So I'll make that video soon, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys. I know the video's not over for like a couple minutes, so enjoy the rest of the video, and peace out, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you liked my video, and if you guys want to see anything else in the future. I'm looking to get some new tech, so you will be seeing a lot of unboxings and reviews of, you know, headphones and that kind of stuff. So yeah, and if you guys want a tutorial on anything particular, just let me know. I'll see if I can do it, like software wise, Photoshop or whatever. Let me know. I'm trying to make a list of some Photoshop tutorials I want to start doing, so definitely look for that in the near future. And I guess I'll let you guys go. Peace.
Enemy anti-air launched. Destroyed. battleship preparing to launch. T-base under attack. T-battleship launched. Defend anti-air. Enemy anti-air launched. Enemy anti-air launched. Enemy battleship destroyed. Enemy battleship preparing to launch. Enemy battleship launched. Lockdown at the air.